If you find yourself typing, "When will Tesla prices drop?" Well, I have the answer for you. I'm going to tell you why they went up, why they still haven't come down, and when we will finally see a price drop. A couple months back, we kind of got a leading answer from Elon Musk as a reply on Twitter, and he said, to the reply, well, when inflation comes down, I can see about reducing prices in cars. Great, that's a good answer. There's a reason why inflation's up, and it's going to be high for a while. It's, due to supply and demand, wage growth, and basically too much money in the economy pushed out. If anyone remembers, during the first part of the pandemic, where toilet paper, here's a supply and demand scenario. There were stores were out of toilet paper. You couldn't find it anywhere. People were buying it because, they were going to be home and shutting down everything, got it. I remember me and my wife looking on eBay because we couldn't find any toilet paper anywhere. And no joke, scrolling through, toilet paper was $80 for just a set of rolls. I mean, that's ridiculous. Even now, that same time where people got all this money, well, that goes back into supply and demand. There's no supply anywhere. The demand is high. People can raise prices. Kind of reverts back to what Tesla's having to do with a shortage of vehicles, shortage of chips, shortage of, labor. Since he had to make cuts, he's got to pay people more. Well, we got to cut back somewhere. You got to raise the prices. Same thing even during the pandemic as well. Electronics, TVs, computers, these things were thousands above what they should be. And TVs were hundreds of dollars what they should be. Well, now 2 years later, I can go find a 70-inch TV, good quality, at Target for $500. That's just not normal. So we all get it. We understand that it's supply and demand and shortages here and there and layoffs and wage growth. It all makes sense. That's just the beginning. That's where the prices rose and kept rising because of supply and demand. Everyone wants one. Everyone has all this money put in the economy and they want to click and buy. Well, I don't have enough supply to give you, and I don't have enough batteries and the materials to build them or the people, etc. We're going to raise the prices to slow the demand down. That's where we've been for the last year and a half, and where we've started to see somewhat of a downturn and some sort of a reverse on the inflation and the prices. It's because inflation has finally started to drop, not by much, but started to finally drop just a tad bit. And that I've seen by looking has dropped the Tesla car prices down 2 to 5%, give or take, which is not much, but that's why we were, going up and why we have barely come down since then. Well, I've now read over 20 websites about this certain subject, talked to 2 economists and 1 person in logistics, and I have found out that the number one reason and the number one thing we need to change that'll make prices actually come down. Before we get back to the video, subscribe to the channel if you like all the content I'm bringing you. Go ahead and like this video and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, click right here on the link to check out the I American clothing brand. Is competition. Now, there is sort of a swaying opinion about that because of the quality, and then he's already got a head start. Well, that's fine. Anybody can make, 2 brands, and if one's got a head start, the other one can come in, match the same product, and do it cheaper or better. I don't think better, but they can do some modifications and start setting a new different price, which will have the first guy go, okay, if I'm losing revenue, I'm going to need to come down a little bit to match that other person, especially if they have more supply. And I would say that Lucid and Rivian, which are 2 of the most higher names connected to Tesla who are keeping up with this, would be, those competitors, but they're not. Their ramp up productions are in the thousands within the next year. The big 3 that are actually making waves are GM, who has the new Sierra EV that came out, and they're already ramping up, estimated by 2025 to do triple of what they've already announced. And then you have Ford, who already has the Mach-E that's been on the market, plus the Lightning, which have already been selling, and they are planning to sell 2 million EVs by 2026. And then you have the last but not least, Hyundai. They, to me, are the one making the biggest impact here. They are planning to have 300,000 EVs sold by 2025, and they've already got a head start in the production line with the results and the numbers. If you look at top EVs sold, Yes, Tesla's up there, the Model Y is very popular, but you're going to see this Hyundai up at the top or moving up. And this isn't to promote Hyundai, but it's also to say, you know, when you have Ford, GMC, and Hyundai, there's going to be others. All of these companies now trying to speed up and catch up to what Tesla's already been doing for 12 years or more. Well, that's going to cut into revenue of Tesla. Now you're going to have your committed buyers where people are going to be like, no, I'm a Tesla fan like myself. I'm sticking with Tesla. That's it. And then you're going to have others that are like, I can't afford that. I'll take this because I like it and it's cheaper. But these others are going to try so hard to keep up with that and spend billions and millions more just to surpass. There's, you know, all these bills have been passed that we're going to make changes here in the next 15 to 20 years anyway. So people are ramping up and getting ready. So the number one thing that is going to make these prices change finally for us, people who are looking to get one, is going to be competition. Everything else is going to take too much time. This inflation reduction, all of this will take at least another year and a half. So many people out there trying to get a piece of this and trying to get their models out and trying to get their face in the game. They're going to do it cheaper. They already have funds and the facilities to make these things. And no, I'm not going to say faster, but there's a reason why Elon Musk was building so many new sites in the past year or two. I mean, real estate was cheap, but also he's trying to ramp up production in different spots to get the cars faster out to people, to make more, etc. I strongly think by late 2024, mid 2025, and all, if these companies can keep up and deliver what they're promising, well then yes, we're never going to see Tesla prices go back to what they were, but I think we will see them drop or have to match a level of other competitors. From stimulus,